Welcome to the Sykes & Company PA video blog featuring Scotty Sykes.
What does it look like when you have a passive pharmacy owner?
Well, a lot of times what I see, if they are not engaged at the bench, they're not engaged with the patients, they're not engaged with the business side of things. They kind of put it all to the side. They let somebody else deal with it, somebody else deal with the back office, or not paying attention to what's going in the back office. They're not taking care of the patients like they should. They're delegating that to someone else. They're wondering why they're not growing their pharmacy or spending excess advertising dollars to make up for that shortcoming. So, passive ownership may work for some folks. There may be situations where it does work, and if you have several pharmacies, obviously, you got your hands full as much as you can. But the most successful pharmacies we see are fully engaged, fully taking care of their patients, and going to work every single day to grow that pharmacy.
As a pharmacy owner, I might have the expectation that if I have owned this pharmacy for 5, 10, 20 years, I should be able to be a passive owner. Why isn't that true?
If you're set up in the situation where you have several stores and you can't be there all at one time, that's understandable. You have a PIC or other shareholders that are handling that role. So there are instances where that works. But if you are wondering why your pharmacy's struggling, or you're spending too much time in the back office, or the growth isn't there what you're looking for, you need to be engaged in that front office. You need to be engaged in the associations. You just really have to put in the time and effort that it takes, and a lot of pharmacies don't do that. And so for whatever reason that may be, whether it's family issues, or I'm going to own this business and then let other people run the pharmacy, which we see a lot. And with payroll as tight as it is in a pharmacy, it's crucial. You have to put in the sweat equity, unless of course you have a situation where you're able to have that flexibility. But generally speaking, if you're a new startup or a pharmacy just getting off their feet, you got to put in the sweat equity. You got to put in the effort. You got to be out there taking care of your patients, growing your pharmacy, and you can't let other people do that because they won't do it as, they won't put in the time and effort that you would, being it's your own business. So it's very important.
It sounds like one of the mistakes that people make is they think that they should be spending time in the back office.
Yeah, a lot of people do. And with technology the way it is today, you can delegate the back office to an outsourced accounting system, such as what we have in-house here. And not only that, you get more information, better information, more timely information than if you were back in the office trying to do it yourself. Pharmacists are not accountants. Accounting is difficult, especially in the pharmacy world. It's extremely complex. We have a team of 40 people here, and we're constantly trying to figure out what's going on in the pharmacy industry as far as accounting and fees, DIR fees, and AR third-party adjustments, inventory adjustments. So it is really complex, and your time is better spent out front growing that pharmacy.
If I'm a pharmacy owner, what are the warning signs for myself that I've lost that engagement?
Well, I would look at your growth in your pharmacy. If you're not growing, if you're declining, why? It could be you're perfectly engaged, but you're not growing or you're declining. That could be a totally legitimate reason, but that'd be a place to start. Maybe, your margins are down, net income's down, payroll expense is high. Why is that? You may be spending too much time outside of the pharmacy and you're filling in with other people. Especially pharmacists, which are expensive. So, your payroll costs will show that. Payroll costs outside of cost of goods is the biggest expense you have in a pharmacy. So it's imperative that you keep that down, and that requires sweat equity in most instances. But, those are the key metrics I would review if looking at a financial statement.
How much time should I be spending in the back office?
That all depends how many pharmacies you have, or how big your pharmacy is. But generally speaking, if you have a full outsourced accounting model with us, for example, you should be spending more than 30 minutes a day really in the back office, maybe 30 minutes to an hour tops. And, with our system, we're designed to limit your time in the back office, where at the same time, you're going to get better information, more timely information, and know exactly what's going on in your pharmacy than you've ever had before. So it's really a win-win. And at the same time, you're out there in front of your patients, taking care of them, show them you care in the community. And you're really confident on what you're doing because you know what your store is doing, how it's performing, what areas you need to work on. And so it gives you that drive and hopefully that motivation to really take your store to the next level. And that's our goal, is to handle all that back office stuff, but at the same time, like I said, give you all that information, tell you what it means, advise you, compare you to your peers. So that gives you that boost of confidence to really take your pharmacy to the next level. So that's what we try to accomplish with everyone.
Thank you for joining us today. If you want more information or have any questions, please feel free to contact Scotty directly.